Robin Mitchell is the Director of Operations for the Crocus Co-op in Saskatoon. I've invited Robin to come by and give us some insight into something new and exciting that's happening with the program there. Robin, thanks for taking time and coming here.
Thanks, Randy. I'm pleased to be here. I'm always looking forward to the opportunity to get the word out about Crocus Co-op and what we do for people living with mental illness.
Tell us maybe about the organization itself firstly, and then how you got involved with it.
Crocus has been around for quite a while. It started in 1983 here in Saskatoon, and it's moved from location to location. In 2010, the organization decided to purchase its own building, and so we have one on corner of Avenue B and 21st Street. And it's a drop-in center for people who are living in Saskatoon with a mental illness. And so we're open Monday to Friday, and people who have been diagnosed with a mental illness can join our organization, come down and spend part of the day, all of the day if they want to. And I've been involved since 2013 as Director of Operations.
What do you see with the membership? It's a voluntary membership, obviously. I think if people want to belong to that, they can. What do you see with the net benefit to those that do come by in terms of their programming and things that they can access through the organization?
I think the primary function of Crocus is just to provide a safe place for people living with mental illness to be. A lot of them live alone. A lot of them don't have family and friends, primarily because of their illness and a lot of the symptoms of a mental illness. And so Crocus is kind of like, and many of our members call it this, their home away from home. They know that everybody who's there has been diagnosed with a mental illness, so they're really not judged for some of their behaviors. They can come, and we have a meal program, we have a full service kitchen, and we provide meals at a subsidized cost, and so they can eat in community. There are social activities that take part at Crocus that they also can take part in, but as well as just a place to come down and have a coffee. There's no time limit for how long you can stay. The membership ranges from, we have 19-year-olds to 70-year-olds, almost a 50-50 split, male and female. And so it's really an environment where people can come and feel safe and secure and not worry about the stigma that often rides with them when they've been diagnosed with a mental illness.
Support networks for people like that. Can you guide them to where they need to be, or just kind of offer some supports for them in a short term until we kind of figure things out?
Most of them have been diagnosed. Well, I guess they've all been diagnosed with a mental illness because that's one of the criteria for becoming a member. But almost all of them have a mental health worker, whether it's a social worker or a community health, mental health nurse. And so what we do is we act as that first step. So if somebody came in and we recognized that they were struggling with their illness, we could contact whoever we needed to contact to say, you need to look at this person because we think that they're struggling. We will help people if they come in, if members come in and they're struggling with housing, if they're maybe in danger of being evicted, or they're living in a temporary location and they want to move into something more permanent. We can steer them to the agency. So we don't actually do that work, but we steer them to who might be able to help them. We're actually a non-clinical environment, and so in some ways the members want that. They don't want to be stigmatized and feel that when they walk into Crocus we're going to start analyzing them. So we do provide that support if they need it, and if they ask us, we'll certainly help.
What kinds of programs would Crocus offer in terms of any training or employment opportunities that way?
We do some basic training. We'll have people come in and talk about budgeting and financial literacy, things like that. But we actually do run our own business, and I think that's one of the reasons we wanted to talk today, is to get the word out that we hire our members. Crocus runs a business. In the summer, it's lawn care, yard care. We do garbage hauls, so we'll haul things away to the dump. We do limited furniture moves, but in the winter we do snow removal, in addition to the garbage and all of those things. But what we want to expand is we also offer our members the services for inside work. So that would be more things like if somebody, say a business, had a Christmas rush and they wanted to put together packages to send to all of their clients, we could do that collating and stuffing of envelopes and things like that. We've got a wide variety of abilities within Crocus. The physically able go out and cut the grass and shovel the snow, but we've got quite a few members who, through various reasons, physically aren't able to do that. And so what we're trying to do is expand the program. We have a great partnership with 9 Mile Legacy Brewing, where we do a lot of their labeling and stamping. They send us over cards and elastics. We literally punch the holes, thread it through, and then we take it back and they put it over their product. So what we're hoping is that some business might say, you know, my staff, we just don't have the time to do this. This is a pretty simple task, but it's just going to take a while. And they can hire Crocus to do that, and it would give employment to some of our members who otherwise don't have any chance to do some employment.
How many members are we talking about, and maybe not necessarily employable, but is there a number that you can share with us in terms of total membership versus?
It's a lifetime membership, so from 1983 we've seen about 2,000 different people in Saskatoon go through the doors. We have about 400 to 500 active members, meaning we will see them within 1 or 2 months, at least once. We have about 100 people coming through our doors every day, and about 70 of those are regulars that we would expect to see 3 to 5 times a week. For many of them, they're on the SED program, the Assured Income for Disability, and they're not working. Crocus is their work. About 100 members out of the 400 active members take part in our work program. And that includes some of the less able, but I think we can expand the number if we can find more work for them to do that isn't as physically demanding as some of the jobs that we do.
And when you talk about that inside work, it's not for them to come to the employer's workplace. You prefer that the work is portable and can come to Crocus and the members can do the work there.
That would be the ideal. We can pick it up. We can pick it up and deliver it back. We've had cases where a couple members have gone to a job site and done it. I guess we're trying to be as flexible as we can, so that if there is a business out there that says, well, it would be better if they came here, we could do that. We would take the workers over there and then pick them up. But ideally, the materials dropped off. One of the problems of the workforce with mentally ill people is that they never know from day to day how well they're going to be. So if you've lined up a job and employee X, Y, and Z are coming, there's no guarantee that they're all going to come that day. So then we get other people to do the work. So that the ideal situation for us would be, we need this back by Friday. So you give it to us on Monday, we'll sort of guarantee that it'll be done on Friday. May not start on Tuesday, but we may get it all done on Wednesday. And, it may not be done Wednesday, but, you would get it for when you need it. So the flexibility is greater if we're working within our own environment, and safer for our members. But there are lots of our members that would be quite comfortable coming to a place of work and doing work there. Absolutely.
What type of work, in terms of that you mentioned a week, let's say, more lead time is better than shorter times. Is a week kind of the cutoff depending on the job?
No, there's no real cutoff. I mean, we don't have people sitting around waiting to work. Okay. And so, it would have to be at least 72 hours. Because even if you called today, there's no guarantee we can get the members who are going to do it to come in the next day. But we would be contacting those workers and saying, you know what, we've got a job, can you come in the day after?
Sure.
They're leading lives outside of Crocus, and so sometimes they have other things to do. They have appointments and things that they have to be at. So we would want at least 3 days notice. But ideally, if somebody said, I need this by the end of the week, we would need to know by Tuesday that it's coming. Somebody who calls Thursday is not going to get it done by Friday.
When you look at the type of work that you would prefer to have, obviously we're not going to be talking about building walls for houses and so on. What type of work do you want to see come towards you?
Well, I would call it the stationary kind of work, the work where somebody's sitting. Usually there's a group of them, they all sit around a table. In the old days, they would have stuffed envelopes. That would be the work. It might be a Christmas card, Christmas letter that you've got to stamp and put in an envelope, put an address label on. So we do lots of that where it's labeling. We have a working relationship with Saskatchewan Association, the Cooperative Association. We do their annual mail out. and it's about 4,000 units, and it's a calendar and a letter and a pamphlet, and then there's a bank of labels, and so we do all of the labeling. But again, we're trying to expand from that, and if somebody came to us and said, okay, I've got something that I think might work, do you think it would? We would work. When 9 Miles approached us, it was like, we don't know if this is going to work, and it's worked out beautifully for everybody. But labeling wasn't something we sort of advertised that we would do, but they were flexible with when they needed it, and they've been very good to us as well.
So it's work that's prefab, so to speak, the printing or things like that would have been done, and you're assembling and manufacturing that final step.
Yeah, I would say we're collating it, putting it together. We can do as much as, even putting the labels on and the stamps on and returning it sealed if they wanted. We have a button making couple machines. We do the little campaign buttons. We still do that. They're going out of style because of the magnetic kind of buttons.
Sure.
We still have the stick pin, but we have that button. But yeah, it really is something where, again, somebody less physically able is able to sit at a table and with their hands get the job done. It may be stamping of something, repetitive work, something that, as an employer, I don't want one of my employees sort of tied up, especially if it's a once or twice a year thing. Newsletters that are going out. Mm-hmm. I know many people use electronic newsletters now, but if people are still putting them out through the mail, that's an option. That's an option. Yeah.
What drew you to join the organization?
Well, I was looking for work. That was the sort of the primary reason. The reason I'm still there is because I look at the people living with mental illness, and I know in society there's a stigma around people living with mental illness, but I've come to respect them as, I call them warriors. They really are fighting a battle that many of us would struggle to maintain a smile. The people that come to Crocus are happy, they're laughing, they don't feel sorry for themselves. And I go home every day kind of feeling like I've had a small part to play in their road to recovery. A small part, they do it themselves, and members help each other. But it is a very satisfying area in the nonprofit world to help people living with mental illness.
How do people get a hold of you when they want something done?
Well, they can call us. The main line is 655-4970. The work number that they would talk to the work program coordinator is 655-4969. But we have a website, crocuscooperative.org. They can go on. We have a Facebook page. If they just typed in Crocus Co-op, they would be able to contact us. And then we would talk to them about what service they want and what we could provide in timelines like that and rates.
Perfect. I hope everything works out well, and all the best of luck in the future.
Well, thanks, Randy. I appreciate your support and the Riversdale bid support. We're part of Riversdale, and anything we can do to make that organization in that area better, we'd love to do it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Mental health is something that a lot of people struggle to deal with, and a lot of the times it's portrayed as something that's bad or scary.
People living with mental illnesses are often neglected or overlooked or avoided. And I think that the larger community needs to recognize that a place like Crocus provides an opportunity for our members to feel valued.
Crocus is really just a place where members can come and they don't need to worry about the stigma that they face in society. They don't need to worry about people judging them or looking at them. They just have a place that they can come, feel safe, and just be around people that understand the struggles they've been through, and just a place that they can call home.
So what Crocus does is we're a drop-in center for people who've been diagnosed with a mental illness.
We have different programs that they can get involved in.
The work program, we provide employment for our members. They work for us. We run a business. Any profits that we make gets turned back into the co-op. We do lawn care, snow removal, garbage hauls.
The members really appreciate this program because it gives them an opportunity to work, earn some extra money, and feel like they're doing something productive with their day. The kitchen program gives our members a chance to purchase a nutritious meal every day for $5. This program's really great because we also allow the members to participate in things like a cooking program where they can actually go into the kitchen and learn how to make these things for themselves. The social program gives members a chance to participate in different types of social and recreational activities. We have different groups like crib tournaments, art groups, fitness groups, cooking classes, discussion groups. We also try to make it educational for the members, so we provide different guest speakers. If members want to quit smoking, we have people to come and talk about things like addictions, nutrition, things like that, so that members always have opportunities to learn about different topics and be educated about resources that are in the community.
The sense of Crocus being a home away from home isn't something that the staff have developed. It's really what the members have told us, is that they view this as their home away from home.
On a daily basis, we have about 70 people here, and we would consider those regulars. So people that come every single day and really treat this as if it is their home.
They are the champions and the warriors, because they are battling through what, for a lot of us is a very debilitating condition, a mental illness, and through their struggles, they continue to laugh and to smile. We think we're doing a pretty good job of providing a safe and secure place for people living with mental illness, a place that gives them a sense of ownership and that they belong, and that they are members of a community of fellow warriors. And it's really rewarding to be working here and playing a small part in that road to recovery.
That's our show for today. I'd like to thank our guests, Dale Edward Johnson and Robin Mitchell. I want to thank all of you for watching. See you next time on Connect.